Hello again. Well, if you have any doubt that this administration is totally clueless and on a path to destroy the American way of life, all you have to do is take a look at the Drudge Report. One of my viewers sent me the link. I'll attach it. You're not going to have to look for it. The title is, "If the Rule of Law Were Applied, America's First Black President Would Die for His Treason." Well, what it should have said is, if the rule of law were applied, America's first Muslim radical extremist Arab president would die for his treason. Now, what the article talks about, and it's on the Drudge Report, is Khamenei's calls death to America. You know, you've got the Secretary of State, John Kerry, working feverishly for about a year and a half negotiating with terrorists. The terrorists in question, the Iranian leadership. And you've got Barack Hussein Obama throwing his 2 cents in. Here's what the article goes on to say. Iran's Supreme Leader Al Khamenei called for death to America on Saturday, a day after President Barack Hussein Obama appealed to Iran to seize a historic opportunity for a nuclear deal and a better future, and a U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry claimed substantial progress toward an accord. Now, this is the same accord that has no teeth, remember? Khamenei told a crowd in Tehran that Iran would not capitulate to Western demands when the crowd started shouting, quote, "Death to America," end of quote. The Ayatollah responded, quote, "Of course, yes, death to America, because America is the original source of this pressure." And yet Secretary of State John Kerry hails progress on the Obama administration's making a deal with the enemies who have sworn death to our nation. You might want to keep in mind that this is the same Secretary of State who made the previous claims in February on 2014 that, quote, "Climate change can now be considered the world's largest weapon of mass destruction, perhaps even the world's most fearsome weapon of mass destruction." These people are all insane, you know that, don't you? You know, the reason they're pitching this whole thing about climate change is so EPA can unload further pain and suffering on the American people through taxation. You've heard me say it a number of times. What Obama's done is he's reversed the roles. He's made the American people, mainly the white people. Why mainly the white people slaves? Well, because he supports African Americans through food stamps, through Section 8 housing, through free this, to free that, to free Obamacare. That's why. Read the article. Take a look at how insane this administration is. I told you what I think. I told you what Matt Drudge Report thinks. The question that needs to be asked is, what do you think?